Hey, good evening, my friends, and welcome to another episode of Terror Radio Podcast. If this is your first time joining me, then welcome. This is a podcast dedicated in bringing you the best of horror and thriller old-time radio broadcasts, as well as original stories. I am your host, Keith, aka The Radio Show Nerd, and tonight's episode is entitled, Evil Deeds Are Never Forgotten. Remember that. So, without further ado, this is Terror Radio. The two radio series highlighted tonight are one of our favorites, Lights Out, followed by The Creaking Door. The first radio play is called Nature Study, and it was first broadcasted on Lights Out on June 22nd, 1943. Our second radio play is called Aunt May, and unfortunately I was not able to find an original air date for this on The Creaking Door. So, you all know the drill. Sit back, turn down the lights, and listen to Nature Study, followed by Aunt May.
Lights out for the devil and Mr. O. It is later than you think. Turn out your lights now. We bring you stories of the supernatural and the supernormal, dramatizing the fantasies and the mysteries of the unknown. We tell you this frankly so that if you wish to avoid the excitement and tension of these imaginative plays, we urge you calmly but sincerely to turn off your radio now. This is Mr. O, Arch Ogle. Nature Study is the title of our story. Nature Study. That's a charming pastime, the wonders of nature in all its infinite variety. But the most varied and fantastic subject of all, I think, is the nature of man and woman, the saint in them, the devil in them. And now, if you haven't already done so, turn off your lights for Nature Study.
There we are.
There we are where?
Look about you.
Oh, my goodness, it is beautiful, isn't it?
I did not know this is where we were going.
It's like a canyon, isn't it?
It is a canyon. A cleft in the rocks few people in this part of the country know.
Well, I'm sitting down to rest my poor
No, Miss Guard, we must go on.
Oh, no. Where are we going?
Come now, come. On all our other Sunday nature study trips, I've never had such revenge.
Because we've never walked so far before. That's right.
Where is it you are taking us today, Mr. Arnold? To Canada?
My dear friends and neighbors, we're exactly 15 miles from home.
You could think we're out of this world.
Yes. Even in the midst of the city's turmoil, one can find nature's true isolation.
Well, where do we go from here?
There's a little path down through the canyon. There we will find lichens of many varieties.
Oh, my goodness, what's that?
My dear.
I know. They are like little ferns in the rock.
Excellent, Mr. Kamarin, excellent.
Oh, I remember from last week.
You will note these scratches on the face of the rock.
Who did it?
Not who. What? The glacier. What's the matter, Miss Guard? You seem displeased.
All I want to say is this. Do you mean to say we came all this way by subway and streetcar and bus just to see some old rock scratches?
Well, there isn't any place in the state that has a finer record of glacial action.
How do you like that? I thought I was going to see flowers and then just scratches and rocks.
Well, Mr. Arnold, he's a smart man. He knows
Well, then maybe he knows I want to go home. My feet are tired. This is all there is to see. I'm starting back now. Oh, come on, Miss Wilkins. Let's get out of here. Find some real excitement.
Well, I don't know. After all, Mr. Arnold took all the time and come. What's that?
Something up there. The rock. Look out.
Miss Wilkins. Miss Wilkins.
She passed out, I think.
You all right?
Yeah, fine. Oh, she's all right.
Miss Wilkins, are you hurt? Are you...
Oh, sure. She just fainted. And no wonder all those rocks falling down.
It's a miracle we weren't hurt. You all right, Mr. Kamara?
Oh, sure. We are all right. Nobody hurt today.
Oh!
Miss Wilkins,
What's the matter?
Under that rock.
Legs. Who?
Miss Guard. It's Miss Guard.
The rocks?
Oh.
Get him off.
Get her out. Get her out.
No, Miss Wilkins. You stay back. We'll get her up.
Yeah, we'll do it. Come on. Hurry. And the other one now. Come on. Now, a little more.
There. One more rock. You hear that, Miss Wilkins? One more rock.
She's dead. I know she's dead.
I can't move. Lift more, Mr. Arno.
Yes.
Oh, burn.
Oh, Miss Guard.
No, wait.
Look.
Miss Wilkins, be quiet. Miss Guard, she's still alive.
But how can...
She's trying to talk. Yes, Miss Guard. I'm here. I'm listening. Yes, what is it? I
don't know.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you, Miss Guard. What are you trying to tell us?
Yes, what, Miss Guard, what?
I can't die without telling
What?
my husband didn't die. Heart to failure. I killed him. Poison. I killed him. Guard. Guard!
She's dead. You feel better now, Miss Wilkins?
I'm all right.
Oh, don't try to get up. Just rest. A few minutes more or less won't make any difference. Now.
Mr. Arno,
Yes, Mr. Kamara.
I have been sitting here. I have been trying to figure it out in my head. Why is it?
Well, there must have been a fissure in the rocks. The action of frost and rain loosened them, and perhaps the vibration of our horses.
No, I'm thinking, why should it hurt her, not us?
Well, I guess that's what you'd call fate.
Do you think... Did she really kill her husband, like she said?
Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about her except she was a neighbor.
Yeah. Well, she lived in our building for a whole year already.
I really don't know about her.
I know.
You, Miss Wilkins?
Tell us, please.
She told me. She used to sing in a nightclub.
So?
Really?
One morning she wasn't feeling good. She came down to my apartment. I guess she felt like talking. She told me she used to work in this nightclub, and then she married this rich fellow, lots older than she was, lots of money, and she married him, and she didn't like him very much, and all of a sudden he died.
Oh.
Did she tell you that there was anything unusual about his death?
No. She just said all of a sudden he died.
Like poison?
Oh, what are we sitting here for? Let's get out of here. Quick, let's get out of here.
Yes, Mr. Arno, why do you sit there? Lead us the way out.
Mr. Arno, what's the matter with you? Why do you sit there looking at us?
I didn't want to say anything before.
Say what?
Say what?
I went over there, the only way out of the canyon. The rocks have blocked it off.
Oh.
I'm very much afraid we can't get out.
It's no use talking to me, Mr. Arno.
But it's so dangerous.
Dangerous? What is dangerous? I climb up. The rocks are like stairs. I pull up over the top and I'm up.
Oh, but I insist it's dangerous. That tumble of rocks. Miss Wilkins, am I not right?
Well, we just can't wait in here forever, and I'm sure that Mr. Kamara knows what he's doing.
That is a very smart girl. Look at that wall. It is nothing.
Oh, but
you don't worry, Mr. Arno. I told you the rocks along here like steps. I climb up and I go and get help, and soon I have you out of here. All you do is to help me up that first rock.
Well, all right, if you insist.
Sure. Put your hands together in a grip.
Like that.
That is right. I put my foot in your hand and you push up and give a boost, right?
Yes.
All right. Hold your hands down.
All right.
I get my foot. Now, lift.
Here we go.
There. I am up. So. Well, I'm up here already. The rest of the way to climb is easy. What did I tell you?
Be careful, Mr. Kamaran.
Here I go.
He is very strong, isn't he?
What'd you say, Miss Wilkins?
He is very strong, isn't he?
Oh, yes. Careful of loose rocks, Mr. Kamaran.
I'm all right.
Test every handhold. Those rocks are loose.
He'll get us out of here. I know he will.
Yes, he will.
He's up so high.
Oh, yes.
I just can't watch anymore.
Well, he only has a few more feet to go, and he'll be over the edge. You're doing very well, Mr. Kamaran.
Sure. I told you. Your Kamaran, he always down.
Mr. Kamaran, what's
the matter with him?
I don't know. He suddenly stopped talking, isn't moving. Mr. Kamaran, what is the matter? Mr. Kamaran.
My arm. Come on. I can't hold.
Cramp in his arm. Hold on, Mr. Kamaran. I'll try to get up to you. Don't let go. I'll try to...
Let go!
Mr. Kamaran. Mr. Kamaran.
Dad.
No, I don't think so. He lifted up his head.
Oh.
Mr. Kamaran, what?
I couldn't hold on.
Don't move.
No. Listen. Got to tell you.
Yes, I'm listening.
All broken. We'll be dead. We'll be dead. Can't die without telling. When I was boy, Celia went hunting with my brother. He never came back. They thought he'd run away. Not truth. I wanted his knife. So I killed him. I killed him. Buried him. I killed my brother.
Where are you? Miss Wilkins, are you hiding? Miss Wilkins, you shouldn't have run away like that. You shouldn't. We'll work something out together. We'll get out of here. Oh, there you are. Why did you hide back here? Nothing's going to hurt you. Nothing.
You're wrong.
What?
I'll never get out. Never.
But why should you say that? This canyon is well known. Sooner or later, any moment, someone will come along and see us down here.
No, never.
Now, that's no way to talk, Miss Wilkins.
They are dead, aren't they? Aren't they?
Don't think of them.
I gotta think of them. They're me.
What are you talking about?
You think I haven't got a brain in my head? You think I don't know what I'm talking about? Well, I do. I always do. I let everybody think I'm a fool, but I know more than you or anyone. And I know why they died. I know.
Miss Wilkins, I don't know.
I'm telling you. Listen to me. I'm telling you. I know why they died.
Yes, of course. It was
Will
actually...
you listen to me?
All right.
Miss Guard died, and he committed a murder.
Yes.
And Mr. Kamaran died, and he committed a murder.
Well?
That's why I won't get out of here alive. I committed a murder, too. I committed a murder, too.
That's unbelievable. Oh, you're just saying things.
No, not true.
But you? Where? How?
Married. All I wanted to do was get married.
What?
Mary Jane Ellis, we'd gone to school together, the same room in college, the same room when we came here to go to work, always together. My best friend, everyone said my best friend up till Joe. I met him first, and she met him. She said she didn't like him, but I knew she did. She did. At the party, I came into the room. His arms had been around her. I knew they had. He couldn't fool me. She couldn't fool me. It was her fault, not his. My best friend. Joe was for me, not for her. He was thinking about her. He kept on thinking about her. Pretty, all right. She was pretty, but he was for me. For me. At night, I'd lie there thinking if she was dead. If she was dead. She had to be dead. She had to be dead.
Miss Wilkins, for 5 years. I've known you for 5 years. What you're saying isn't true. I know it isn't. Your mind, all that's happened. You couldn't really...
Shut up! Blast you, shut up!
All right, Miss Wilkins.
You listen to me. I killed her. I killed her with poison. And I'm going to die the way they did. And there's nothing anyone can do about it.
You're out of your mind.
Now I know exactly what I'm saying and doing. Do you know how long I've waited for this moment, Mr. Arno? 5 years. 5 years. Every night for 5 years. Every time I was alone in the dark, I've been waiting for this moment. I don't have to wait anymore.
Why not?
Because it's here.
Who?
It's here in the canyon. Waiting to kill me.
There's no one here but you and me.
They knew, and now I know.
Well, I tell you, there's no one in this canyon but the two of us. And their bodies.
What's over there?
Huh? Oh, nothing but the shadow of a rock on the canyon wall.
Not a shadow, Mr. Arno.
What are you talking about?
Not a shadow, Mr. Arno.
I see it plainly. It is a shadow.
Not a shadow, Mr. Arno.
Why do you keep saying that?
It's coming closer.
The sun is getting lower in the sky.
If it touches me, I'll die.
Don't say that.
The way they died.
Stop talking nonsense. Get you out of here. Someone will come along. Up there. Is there anyone up there? We're down in the canyon. Get us out of here. Now, you just sit there and relax until someone... Miss Wilkins. Miss Wilkins. Dead. Bottle. What? Poison. You killed yourself. Why? The shadow. Yes. Touching you. Only a shadow. But is it? Someone get me out of here. Get me out of here. There we are. You lie there, Mr. Kamar. Miss Wilkins, Miss Guard, and now you, Mr. Kamar. Now, all of you lie there and listen to me. It's getting quite dark. And while it's still light enough so that I can see you, I want to talk to you. Dead as you are, I've got to find something out. Listen, the wind. It's just come up. The wind. It moans around the rocks, but I'm not moaning. You hear that, Miss Wilkins? I'm not. I'm just talking to you reasonably. It's been so many hours, and yet you hear I'm talking reasonably. Please understand, my friend. I didn't mean for this to happen. I took you to Hidden Canyon to show you the lichens and the glacial action on the rocks. I didn't want you to die. And that's what I've got to talk to you about. Dead as you are. Why did you die? It was all quite accidental. Wasn't it, Miss Guard? Answer me, Miss Guard. The rocks that crushed you, all quite accidental. It wasn't because you had committed a murder, was it? All quite accidental. Wasn't it, Miss Guard? Wasn't it, Miss Guard? How strangely my voice echoes between the rock walls. I will talk to you, Mr. Kamara. You climbed up the rocks. A cramp in your arm. You couldn't hold on any longer. You fell. That was all accidental, wasn't it? Wasn't it? There's no reason for me to shout like that, is there? Oh, how quiet it is. And dark. For years, I've never been in the dark. At night, all the lights on in my house. I even sleep with the light on in the room. Never been in the dark for years. I'm in the dark at last. Alone. The three of you are dead. And so I'm alone. Who? Oh, a bird. An owl. Yes, of course, an owl. Miss Wilkins, you shouldn't have taken that poison. You should have stayed alive to talk to me. As long as there's someone to talk to. But when there's no one but the dead, that's a frightening thing. And I don't like the dark. And now I'm in the dark, alone. That's a frightening thing, yes. Oh. Your faces. Why do I see your faces? Oh. It's the moonlight. How quickly the moon lighting your faces. Yes. I don't think I'm going to look at you. I'm going to sit here all through the night, my eyes closed. Yes. I will. I will. How long have I had my eyes shut? All night? There's light against my eyes. I know it. All right. I will open my eyes. Moonlight. So bright. Filling the canyon. The walls. So very bright. Shadow. Shadow on the wall. What? Moving along the wall. Shadow of what? Miss Wilkins. You said a shadow, Miss Wilkins. You're smiling. Mr. Kamarin, you too. Miss Guard. All of you smiling. Is it the moonlight, or are you really smiling? Why are you smiling? Why? All right. I know. You know. All right. My eyes are open. And when the shadow touches me... Who's
going down here?
Lights. People.
Hello down there. Anyone down there?
Anyone? Yes. Mr. Kamarin, who killed his brother. Miss Guard, who killed her husband. Miss Wilkins, who killed her... Yes, I'm down here. Come and get me. I've waited for you for 15 years. I murdered my wife. You hear me? I murdered my wife!
This is Mr. O once more. To those of you who have asked the title of my new book, it's called House on Fire. Next week, a play with a cast known to all you buffs of the golden days of radio. Frank Lovejoy and Paul Stewart in no escape. A story to be listened to in the dark. It is later than you think.
I have flown. I have sailed. I have moved about this world of ours, and ever in search of the finest of its kind, we bring you the tops in spine chillers. The Creaking Door. The manufacturers of State Express 3/5 Filter King cigarettes take pleasure in presenting The Creaking Door. Good evening, friends of the creaking door. The creaking door is opening, so do come in. Oh no, you won't need that. Once you're through the creaking door, you'll realize that everyone who enters here leaves their mind behind.
Move in world class. Get the taste of new smooth State Express 3/5s today. We promise you, it's the smoothest cigarette you can get. It's a blend that has been perfected after years of constant research by our master blenders. And the recent development of an entirely new process which gives you an even smoother 3/5 smoke. We promise you, it's the smoothest cigarette you can get. Move in world class. Get the taste of new, smooth State Express 3/5s today.
With his hands clasped in front of him, the cord from his dressing gown trailing across the highly polished surface of the floor, Oliver Carsons walks in his slippered feet. Up and down, with soft, measured tread, his lips moving silently as though in supplication. A voice stabs at his consciousness like a sharp knife.
Not in bed yet, Mr. Carson.
It's you. Yes, I'm going.
Well, sleep well. Pleasant dreams.
Yes, thank you.
Good night, then. Sleep well.
Stay awake. That's the only answer. Think of those who love me, want to protect me. Think of Auntie May, for instance. You're here? I told you last night I'd be here. Last night was a dream, a nightmare. You came into my mind. And now? Please, leave me alone. 3 nights you've been standing there grinning at me with ashen white face, those large eyes, hot coals of fire, as though you were going to burn right through to my very soul. You must pay for your crime.
It wasn't a crime. It isn't true what you keep telling me.
No. Let me remind you.
Oliver, it's getting late. I must go back.
Sally,
Oliver, please, Oliver, behave yourself.
You know how I feel about you, Sally.
Stop it. Oliver! Oh!
Come back. Come back, Sally. I'm not going to hurt you. I love you.
Take me. Oh, let me go. Please let me go.
I worship you. You know that. Sally.
Please, Oliver. We were such good friends. Don't spoil everything.
You and I are the only two beings left in this world made for each other.
No.
Yes.
No.
Killed her.
What are you going to do?
Look at these hands. Huh? Give me your wrists.
They're as cold
as death.
No. Auntie Mary! Auntie Mary!
Oliver, my poor boy. What is it?
He's...
Oh, you're not having one of your nightmares again, are you, Oliver?
He was going to kill me.
Oh, my poor boy. You're imagining these things.
He was here, I tell you. You must believe me.
Dear Oliver, my dear boy, what am I going to do with you? There's no one here. My room's next door. I rushed as soon as I heard you shout. No one left by your bedroom door. The window's bolted and barred. You must have been dreaming.
But Auntie May, you saw for yourself. I haven't been to sleep.
This man you say that visits you in the middle of the night. What does he look like?
He's tall, with a long, thin face. His skin's drawn tight. His face is almost like a skull. His eyes are like two pieces of black coal set against a yellow flame. When he points his finger at you, it's as though a piece of white steel...
Oh, really, Oliver? White steel indeed. Now you try and get some sleep.
Please don't leave me. Please, Auntie May.
I promise not to leave you until you're fast asleep.
But supposing he...
Now do what your Auntie May says.
Yes, you're the only one that can help me.
Now, that's right. Now just relax. Relax.
You're so good to me. I don't know what I'd do without you. You don't think it's true what he said? I didn't kill Sally.
Hush. You sleep. Of course you didn't. Very idea. She's gone away.
Sally, you're here.
Why, whatever's the matter?
Well, where have you been? They told me you'd gone away. I thought... Oh, Sally, why did you go away without saying goodbye?
I was only going for a week. Besides, you were very naughty that day on the cliff.
When you ran away from me, I didn't know where to find you. Oh, Sally, it's good to see you. He said that I... He thought you were dead.
Dead? Oliver, what on earth are you talking about?
This man, he came here. Oh, I've been so worried.
Oh, Oliver, darling, that's why you're looking so hollow-eyed and so pale and drawn.
Oh, yes, because I thought I'd lost you forever.
Somehow, I felt that you were calling to me, that you needed me.
I do, Sally. You'll never know what this visit means to me.
It won't be the last. I know I acted a little foolishly running away from you, but we'd only known each other just over a week.
Just one little kiss, that's all I wanted.
Here. Better?
Better? Oh, Sally, you worked a miracle. I don't know who he was or what he was. Whether it was in my imagination or who cares?
You've banished him forever.
Sleep well, Oliver.
Everything? Huh? What? You lied to me. You said I killed her. She loves me.
How can a corpse love? Where will it draw its warmth? You won't be able to love once you pay your debt.
You've got it all wrong. You're a liar. Sally's not dead. She's alive. I spoke to her today. She kissed me. She loves me.
Loves you?
Yes, loves me. I don't know why I listened to you in the first place. Who are you? Are you real? Are you flesh and blood? Why do you want to torment me? What have I ever done to you?
Do you want to know whether I'm flesh and blood? Who I am? What I am? You'll know soon enough. And when you do, it will be your last piece of knowledge on Earth. Here, take my hand.
No.
Go on, clasp it. I thought you said you weren't afraid anymore.
No, I'm not. I'm not afraid, but your hand looks so cold and damp. All right. I'll clasp your hand. Perhaps I'll find you're not real. There. Your hands are cold as
Death.
Yes. Death. Are you dead? Have you come to claim me now? Just when I've learned that Sally loves me?
I'm not Death. I'm Death's agent. And this is my last visit.
But why must I die?
Because of what you did to Sally.
But she's alive. She's alive, I tell you. Look, I'll call someone. We'll get Sally over here.
Now, at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, she won't mind. She'll do anything for me. She loves me. She said so.
Where are you going?
I'll call Auntie May.
It's locked. You always lock your door at night, remember?
You came into my room through a locked door.
Through a locked door, through the thick walls, through the shuttered windows. Does it matter?
You'll see. I'll prove to you that Sally's still alive.
Come away from that door.
No, I'm going to prove to you. Let me alone.
This is my last visit. You must be prepared to...
You're strangling me. Auntie May. Auntie May.
It's no good calling for your Auntie May.
Oh, yes, it is. Take your hands away from his throat.
Auntie May. Oh, thank heaven you're here.
There, Oliver. He won't touch you as long as I'm here. Now, go back into bed. I'll deal with this thing, whatever it is.
You'd better take care.
So would you, frightening this poor man out of his wits. Now get back into bed, Oliver. You'll catch your death of cold.
Death of cold.
You'll be laughing on the other side of your face by the time I've done with you. Coming here, disturbing people in the middle of the night. What's your game? What are you really after?
Him. He's forfeited the right to live.
He's my nephew. He's only 28 years of age, a decent, hard-working man. At least he was until you came and tried to destroy him. Why?
I've already told you why. The girl, Sally.
But she's alive. I keep telling you. You know she's alive, don't you, Auntie May?
Of course. I spoke to Sally after she visited you this morning.
You're lying. You're lying to save your nephew. She's dead, I tell you. Dead because of his brutal lust.
How dare you? Oliver, you stay here. I'm going to get the police.
The police? What are the forces of the police against us? Could they go through that locked door, that bolted and barred window?
We'll soon see about that.
No, don't, Auntie. Don't leave me. If you go, he'll...
Oh, well, perhaps you're right. Look out at the window. See that golden glow on the horizon. Soon it will be dawn. And if this thing is really from another world, he will have to go before the sun appears.
What's the good of that? He'll come back again. Had you not come in when you did, I'd have been...
You would have paid the penalty for your sins.
Then we'll all sit here until the dawn.
Move in world class. Get the taste of new smooth State Express 3/5s today. We promise you, it's the smoothest cigarette you can get. It's a blend that has been perfected after years of constant research by our master blenders. And the recent development of an entirely new process which gives you an even smoother 3/5 smoke. We promise you, it's the smoothest cigarette you can get. Move in world class. Get the taste of new, smooth State Express 3/5s today.
Poor, frightened Oliver, lying there on his bed, with his Aunt May sitting at his side. And the ghost, is he still there? Or has he gone to find his aunt?
Wake up, Oliver. Wake up. He's gone. Oliver. Oliver, wake up. Look, the sun is high in the sky. Let's open the window.
No, please don't do that, Auntie May. He's...
Yes, he's gone. Oh, thank goodness you're all right. I'm ashamed to say I dozed off, and when I opened my eyes, he wasn't here anymore. Heavens, I have a lot to do. Why don't you get up and take a walk in the sun?
Yes, I think I will. Now that I know that Sally's all right.
That's a good boy.
But what about...
Don't you worry about him. Now, as soon as you've had your morning tea, go out and get some fresh air.
Yes, I will, Auntie May.
Good, and I'll see you later.
Auntie May, the door's locked. I'll unlock it. Auntie May! Auntie May, where are you? How did you get out? How did you get out of this door?
Mr. Carson, what's going on? Oh, good gracious me, now look at you. Oh, here, let me help you get into bed.
How did you get in here? The door was locked. I thought it was locked.
Oh, dear, into bed you go. That's it. Oh, now look at the state this pillow's in. There. Now, don't you move.
But I was going out in the sun.
Later. Oh, you look so pale. I'm going to get Dr. Ratcliffe to look at you. Now, please, Mr. Carson, just stay where you are.
All right.
You know where she's gone, don't you? She's gone to get Dr. Ratcliffe. That's what she said. But you and I know who's coming to see you. And you and I know why.
Oh, wait. Stop torturing me.
Torturing? Torturing you? Don't you deserve to be tortured?
No.
You haven't got your Auntie May with you now, have you?
But they said you wouldn't come here when it's light.
Who says I'm here, as you call it?
Huh?
Can you see me? Look around you. I'm not anywhere. I'm not anywhere, am I? And yet I am. You know where I am. In your mind. In your mind.
Auntie May! Help me!
The hypodermic.
Yes, Doctor. Is he very bad?
Not to be expected. Oh, when it starts to reduce the drug, you know.
Here we are, Doctor.
Oh, thank you. Now, roll up his sleeve, will you? Yes, that should keep him under for a few hours. I think we've reached the crisis we've been waiting for.
Poor chappie.
He looks so lost and helpless.
True. But I think that if our treatment is successful, he's going to have an interesting story to tell.
Auntie May? Auntie May?
So you're awake, Carson.
You're...
Yes, Dr. Ratcliffe. You've been having rather a bad time the last few days. How are you feeling now?
Auntie May, she's...
Carsons, for your own sake, we have to bring you down to reality.
Huh?
When you first came to the sanatorium, you were under heavy sedation. Then we reduced the amounts because we can never hope to cure any form of mental sickness unless we get at the cause. And you know what the cause of yours is, don't you?
No, I'm not sick. I want my Auntie May.
Now, listen to me, Carson. We're either going to put you on the path of recovery in the next few days, or you'll go into a home for the incurably insane. Which is it to be?
She was here. She stopped him from torturing.
Your Auntie May died when you were 6 years old. From that time on, she's been the only image you've ever had of warmth and comfort and security. But all your life, you've been living in a dream world, running away from people, inventing fantasies when you were alone in your own little room. But this last business, it was then that your brain snapped. You've got to get rid of your sense of guilt.
It isn't true. She'll come back. Auntie May...
You were charged with criminally assaulting this girl, Sally.
No,
and throwing her unconscious body from the top of Beacon Hill.
I didn't. She's alive, I tell you. She's alive. She loved me. She loved me. She came to see me.
She couldn't have done, because she's dead now. Did you throw her deliberately, or was it an accident?
It was an accident. I just wanted to tell her I loved her. She slipped.
Well done. She slipped. But she's dead. You were charged with her murder, and you were found not guilty.
Yes, they said I didn't do it. But he tortures me. He put his hands on my wrists. They were ice cold like this.
Or handcuffs.
Yes.
My compliments to Detective Sergeant Hinchcliffe, nurse. Tell him I'd be grateful if he'd come to the sanatorium. I need his help.
Yes, Doctor.
Carsons, 4 nights ago we gave you EST treatment. You've been having a bad time, but I think we're going to put you right. Now, you were charged and you were found not guilty.
I told the truth in court. He doesn't believe me.
We're going over the evidence of that day, of how you laughed and made love, and she ran out and her foot slipped and... And so it was an accident. And so you don't need any Auntie Mays to protect you. No one is punishing you except yourself.
Keep him away! Keep him away!
Come on in, Sergeant.
Sergeant?
Sergeant Hinchcliffe, you spent many hours interrogating Mr. Carson.
Yes, I did, sir.
You accused him of killing that girl.
Yes, but it's all over now. The court found him innocent.
You think that I'm innocent?
Of course I do, Mr. Carson. Now that the court has found you innocent, well, I accept that.
Is he the apparition that's been visiting you?
Yes. But I don't understand.
Sergeant, do you solemnly promise to leave this young man alone from now on?
Of course, but I don't quite understand how...
Come with me, Sergeant. Just stay with Mr. Carson, please, will you, nurse? Yes, it was good of you to come down.
Poor chap. Is he any better?
I think so. We've managed to bring all his fears and fantasies into the open.
When he collapsed in the courtroom after being found not guilty, he kept calling for his Auntie May. I did try to get the address out of him.
Yeah, that's one of the things that triggered him off. She died when he was a child. He's always been something of a neurotic.
Fancy his brain snapping just like that.
His guilt was too great to bear.
Do you think he really killed her? That the verdict was wrong?
It's not for me to pass judgment. I don't believe that he deliberately threw her from Beacon Head. On the other hand, I don't believe that she was a willing party to his advances. I believe that this miserable, loveless character frightened the girl with his overtures, that she ran away from him, slipped, and plunged to her death. And on the other hand, I believe he lied to the court when he said she was a willing party to their lovemaking. And that lie has festered in his mind ever since. And that's what has caused his brain to snap. But I think he'll be all right now.
Keep away from me! Doctor! Help!
Oh, I want this a little loud.
Well, Doctor, it seems as though you're wrong.
Judging by that girl's scream, they're going to find Oliver Carson's a much more difficult nut to crack than they thought. Still, when he starts calling for his Auntie May again, and they give him up as hopeless, we'll make room for him here, behind the creaking door.
In world class. Get the taste of new smooth State Express 3.5 today. We promise you, it's the smoothest cigarette you can get. It's a blend that has been perfected after years of constant research by our master blenders, and the recent development of an entirely new process which gives you an even smoother 3.5 smoke. We promise you, it's the smoothest cigarette you can get. Move in world class. Get the taste of new, smooth State Express 3.5s today.
This is your host back again. Just a reminder of our rendezvous next week. Where are we going? Through the creaking door? Of course.
The manufacturers of State Express 3.5 Filter King cigarettes invite you to listen next Saturday at 9 o'clock when they will again present The Creaking Door.
Well, that's our show for tonight. I want to thank you all for listening. And remember, you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/terror1970, or you can find me on Instagram at Radio Show Nerd, or on Twitter at Radio Show Nerd 1. And if you want to drop me a line, say hello, make a suggestion, a request, even a critique, respectfully, please feel free to email me at radioshownerd@gmail.com. I also have a YouTube channel, Terror Radio. Check it out. Subscribe, like, and share the videos. Highly appreciated. Again, this is your host, Keith, a.k.a. The Radio Show Nerd, signing off.